LJ. I am a personal trainer, fitness instructor and blogger, and I run Wildcat Fitness UK. I am here today with MissFits Nutrition to bring you guys an upper body workout to help show you that lifting weights doesn't need to be scary, it doesn't need to be complicated, but it can help you completely change your body. So all you're going to need for today's workout is a bench and a set of dumbbells, and I'm going to take you through a full upper body weighted workout. So the first exercise that we're going to do in today's upper body workout is a bench press. So this is an exercise for the chest, front of the body. So you're going to need a pair of dumbbells and you're going to need a bench. If you're in a gym, then a bench like this will be absolutely perfect. If you are doing this workout at home, then you can do it on a step. The kind of step that you would do in step aerobics, on just as long as you're slightly raised off the ground, that's all you need. In terms of your weight selection, if you've never done this exercise before, then definitely go light until you are confident with the technique. Once you're able to get 10 to 12 repetitions out relatively comfortably, that's when you want to start to think about increasing your weight selection. So the last 2 to 3 reps, you should start to really feel like a deep push. If you're not going to that, then it's the same to your weight slightly. So I'm going to take you through a set of 12 and talk you through some really good technique for our bench press. So one dumbbell in each hand. You want to lie yourself back onto your bench with a step and make sure your lower back is in contact, so make sure you're not arching there through your hips. If your bench is high and you're finding it's hard to keep your lower back down, then you can put your feet on top of it. In terms of positioning of the hands, you want your knuckles up to the ceiling, wrists, elbows and shoulders all in one line. And then you're going to bring the weights down, leading with the elbows so they're in line with the chest. Exhale as you push up, knuckles to the ceiling. So relatively slow on the way down, maybe count about 3 seconds, a little bit quicker on the way up because that's the effort. So keeping those knuckles up towards the ceiling, making sure they're not rolling in the wrists. You should be feeling this all the way through the front of the body, so into the chest, a little bit into the arms. As I say, you want to take the elbows below the bench itself. This is I'm talking as I'm doing this, but you guys are going to need to be concentrating on your breathing. So inhale the way down, exhale the effort all the way up. So I'm doing this first set with you at these 12 repetitions, but I recommend you do 3 sets of 12 to get maximum benefit from this exercise. So inhale as you go down, keeping that core nice and tight, lower back on the bench, just bring your legs here, traveling up, and to your knee, your wrists, and the last one, so each one to find out all the way up to the top. And then down past it for a second. The weights into your thighs, get yourself safely up. I recommend resting for 45 seconds to a minute, and then keep that twice. So the next exercise that we're going to do is a bent over row. So this is an exercise for the back of the body, a little bit for the shoulders, and a little bit for the lats. We're working the opposite muscle to the gorgeous of the chest. So you need a pair of dumbbells again. I would recommend going a little bit heavier in the chest, but once again, if you're not sure, then err on the side of caution, go light until you're confident with the technique of the exercise. You should be feeling, as I said in the last one, the last couple of reps are a little bit challenging. If it feels really easy for all the repetitions, then that's a sign that you need to increase your weight. So we're going to do this one standing. So this is how it's going to work. Take one dumbbell in each hand. You want your feet parallel and your toes facing forward. Nice and soft in the knees. You're then going to take a bend forward from the hips, tucking your chin, and you guys are going to make sure that your eyes are on the floor throughout. I'm just going to look up so that you can hear what I'm explaining. But you want a nice straight line from the top of your skull to your tailbone. You've got your palms facing in towards you, and then keeping the weight in the heels, pushing your bum back. You want to lead with the elbows again, so squeezing in between the shoulder blades into the upper back before releasing back down. So as with the chest exercise, you want to squeeze up at the top, so that's the effort quite quick, and then control it on the way down. So you'll see that not only are my elbows coming up, they're coming slightly wide as well, so I can get that activation in between the shoulder blades. As I said, you guys are going to be making sure your chin is in, your eyes are down, that way you're protecting your neck. Once again, we're going to go for 12 repetitions of this one, so feeling that squeeze in between the shoulder blades. You also want to make sure you've got your belly button towards your spine, so the core is nice and tight, and making sure you're keeping that tip forward. You'll notice that my spine isn't moving, nor is my neck. It's just the muscles that are working, so you between the shoulders there. We're just going to do a couple more, and that's going to complete the first set. So it's big squeeze, elbows nice and tight. Last one, right into that upper back, squeezing at the top, releasing that technique and controlling up. So that's your first set. Again, take 45 to 60 seconds break, and you guys do that twice. So the next exercise that we are going to do is for the back of our arms, our triceps, and once again we need to be on a bench or a raised surface. You're going to need another pair of dumbbells. I recommend going a little bit lighter for this one. When we come into the more specific arm muscles, so as we are doing now with the triceps, these muscles are a little bit smaller than the ones in the chest and the back, so just want to go a little bit lighter. Again, make sure you've got the technique right and confident with it, so it can wash off, go light until you are, and then you can increase the weights from there. So we're going to lie ourselves down on the bench, taking a dumbbell in each hand. The body position is the same as it was for the chest. So ideally you've got your feet on the floor, but if you find that's impossible without arching your lower back, put your feet onto the bench. This time when we take the weights up, we want our palms to be facing inwards. So we still want the knuckles to the ceiling, wrists, elbows, shoulders in one line. And as I say, this time we want a narrower grip and the palms facing inwards. We're going to bend from our elbows. It's quite a small movement, so about 90 degrees. Bending from the elbow, taking the weights down towards the temples, to the side of the face, keeping those elbows narrow and nice and tight, squeezing back out to the top. So you're using the muscles there in the back of the arms, i.e. your triceps. So you'll notice that it's narrow grip throughout, and as I said, it's quite a small movement. So only from your elbow down towards your wrist should be moving. You want to concentrate on trying to keep those elbows as tightly in as possible. So quite a common mistake when people are working with triceps is for the elbows to start flaring out to the side. The reason that we don't want to do that is because actually you start working the shoulders instead, and we want to really focus on the back of the arms. So keep it narrow, keep bending from the elbow, and then you should find it's only your tricep muscle pushing up. So just a couple more reps here. Again, we're going for 3 sets of 12, down towards the side of the face, squeezing up to the top. We're going to do a couple more here, keeping those elbows tight, pushing through the triceps, core is on throughout, and last one, shoulders relaxed, into those triceps, exhale, push up to the top. Once again, weights on the thighs, same thing sit up, that's your first set, 2 more to go. So our next exercise, we're staying with the arms now, but we're bringing it onto the front of the arms, and we're going to work our biceps. So, to begin with, this is the first time you're trying bicep curls, and I would say stay with the same weight that you did for your tricep extensions. But as you start to get a little bit more confident, you may find you can lift a little bit heavier when it comes to our bicep muscles. So, we're going to be standing for this one, and again, a pair of dumbbells, one in each hand. We're going to go for 3 sets of 12 reps, and we'll do the first set with you. Feet are underneath your hips, toes are parallel. Make sure you have a little bit of softness in your knees, so you never want to be looking at joints, so protect them there, and also make sure that your spine is nice and tall and your belly is drawn towards your spine. Keep your elbows locked into the sides of your body. We're going to bring both the weights at the same time, up close to the shoulders, and then a full extension at the bottom. Doesn't matter if it lightly brushes the thighs, that's fine. You want to go for that full extension every time, so you're getting all the way into the muscle. So again, it's a nice controlled tempo, probably about 2 to 3 seconds on the way up. Again, you control it on the way down, just let it drop really quickly, and make sure your shoulder blades are down. So something that you see quite often in the gym is people really rounding their shoulders. You want to make sure you avoid that and keep the isolation into your biceps. You can see as we turn side on, my shoulders are back and down, elbows are locked into my waist, so I'm isolating through those bicep muscles. So nice and controlled, using my muscles all the way through the movement. So make sure you're breathing as well. We're just going to do 3 more reps here, all the way up towards the shoulders. Isolating into those biceps, a couple more, keeping those knees soft, keeping that core tight. And we're just going to go for our last one here, up towards the shoulders, squeeze into the bicep, control it on the way down, You can put your weights down and have your break. That's set number 1, 2 more to do. So this is our last exercise in our upper body workout today, and we're going to move on to our shoulders, so very upper part of the back and our arms. Once again, we're going to do the standing and we're just going to do 1 set of dumbbells. If you're new to weights, go light, probably the same weight that you just did for your bicep curls. As you start to get more experience and more confident with the technique, just going to calculate from there. So we have our body position the same as it was for our biceps. So toes are facing forward, knees nice and soft. This time, however, you take the weights up. You ideally want to start with your elbows in line with your shoulder, fingers around the weights, palms facing away from you. Again, core is tight. Try to push the blades back and down as the top of the shoulders that we're up in here. As you push the weights up and over your head, make sure it's ever so slightly in front of your face. So you don't want to go directly over your head, because that will mean you start to arch just a little bit into your lower back. So as we've done throughout all of these exercises, you want to be exhaling on the effort, so driving your knuckles up towards the ceiling. You can see if I just turn side on and I'm just pushing my weights ever so slightly in front of my face. That way I'm keeping my body nice and tall, keeping the core engaged and not taking any of the pressure into my lower back. So exhaling as I'm driving those weights to the ceiling. I'm taking them too low on the way down, so I'm keeping my shoulders working all the way through this. So I'm going to do 3 more reps here, and that's my first set done. Driving the knuckles up slightly in front, taking it back down but not too low. 2 more, keeping the core tight, keeping my knees nice and soft. Just going to go for 1 more time. Knuckles up towards the ceiling, and then pull it all the way safely down. And that's your first set. 2 more of those to do. So guys, that was our upper body weighted workout. So obviously we have 5 exercises there: chest, back, triceps, biceps and shoulders. So that's a great introduction to weight training, and we've hit all the major muscles of the upper body there. I really recommend now that you refuel your body. The ideal way to do that would be with MissFits protein shake. Get some protein into your body, refuel the muscles you've just worked, make sure you take advantage of that recovery, and then you can hit your next workout nice and strong. Well done.